Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the PM Silver Bullet setup for Friday, November 3rd after NFP. So when we come to the chart here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the Kraken Silver Bullet indicator. And this is the 2 o'clock hour here. And let's turn on the New York lunch liquidity, high and low, right? Because PM session, that's what I want to look at first, is the liquidity here, where we're at. Okay, obviously we haven't taken out lunch buy side yet, but if we take out buy side, then my next target is sell side. If we come down and take out sell side, my next target is buy side. Okay, that's why I trade the PM session. If I'm going to take a trade, that's what I'm looking for most of the time. Okay, so when I first come to the chart here, what I see here though is I see a inversion for value gap. Come here and it trades through it. So if it comes back down, you can take it long. Okay. We also have a fair value gap right here, which is hitting right now, right? So I kind of want to see what happens with that. If it comes down back into it, you can take it to go short. I'm just saying here's what's going to happen. I want to know what's going to happen here. Now, for me to go short here, I'm going to want to see this broken, right? But ideally, I'm looking for a reversal. So I really don't want this taken. I want to come back and have this taken first to come down to have more, more of a trade set up, right? I don't want to come all the way down here, up here to come down to come up. Don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my fib from low to high here and see where optimal trade entry is. And optimal trade entry lines up perfectly, really close with the inversion for value gap here. So if price comes down here and stalls at any kind down here, I'm taking a trade to go long and targeting this lunch liquidity right here. Okay. So I'm expecting this to get broken. That's ideally what I'm looking for. If it trades right through this and we haven't taken this out, then if we come down here, I'm going to be looking for a reversal to go back up to take out buy side. Okay. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens here. Respecting that fair value gap right now. Still being respected. Okay, that violated it. Okay. Oh. Okay, we stop in there. We're respecting that fair value gap right there. So I'm going to buy one right there. Put my long position on, and I'm targeting the New York lunch buy side here. Where's my stop? One tick below the low. Okay. Granted, we started down here. I'm just showing you I would have entered at the top of the fair value, the inversion fair value gap. Okay, that's a good sign. All right, when things are tracing, I like to pull the fib. So I'm going to hide this fib here, and I'm just going to pull another fib from this to right here to a little high, just to see where my equilibrium is, see if it's just going to pull back in here and then come back up. Just to kind of see what's going to happen. Can very well never do that. I just like to have it on my chart. That's what I do when I'm trading live. I like to just have reference points. Okay, so now we're in a discount. Okay, so we're at optimal trade entry right there. Okay. So where did it come down to? Optimal trade entry, 62. The start of it came down actually close to 0.7. So you're right in there. And now it's going back up. If it finally goes past this could have been another entry you could have added to your position. Didn't, but I just wanted to show you where this was at. Optimal trade entry right there. All right, this come down to, fill in this fair value gap perfectly. So now I expect it to come back up, take that out. And there you go, flatten. Let's see how this continues to trade out here. I'll show you a second trade that I took this afternoon. This is the power hour setup here. Power hour is the last hour of trading. Well, technically not the last hour, but it's from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. All right, so at this point, I see a market structure shift right there. I see a breaker block right there. We missed this entry right here. Maybe I'll leave without us. Comes back into that breaker. Yeah, all right, I'll take a sell there. Sell there. Where's my stop? Right above the high. Where am I targeting? The New York lunch low. I like to have an even number, so 11 handles. Let's see how this plays out. I would bet that that's probably just equilibrium. A little bit above equilibrium in premium to continue to go in short. Not quite optimal trade entry. Can't have just an aggressive move down. You got to have a pullback of some sort. So where they pulled back into? A premium. Came all the way down here, pulls back into premium to go where? Short. I don't know if that would have taken you out or not, but that one did. All right, we'll just go to 1600 here. All right, there you go. All right, let's take this fib off here. All right, let's move this over. Let's take off the 2 positions. All right, we came to the PM session, and before it started, we were very close to the New York lunch buy side. And we marked out our inversion fair value gap, and then we had a fair value gap here. We pulled our fib to get our optimal trade entry, which lined up perfectly with the inversion fair value gap. To go short, we would want to see this low broken. And to do that, it'd have to violate optimal trade entry. So it's kind of what why we were still bullish. Knowing that if it was going to come down, it was going to violate this PD array, and it kind of really didn't care about it, to be perfectly honest. Just really didn't. So it came down, hit optimal trade entry, we took a long. And our target was the New York lunch buy-side liquidity, right? That's our draw. We pulled a fib from low to high here, and we had optimal trade entry again here to go long. Again, we could have added to our position still targeting New York lunch buy side liquidity. We didn't, but that's what you could have done. We got out here, and then it just kept playing out. We took liquidity here. We wanted to see if there's a market structure shift, and if there is, where would we target? The opposite session liquidity. Does it always hit there? No. Is that our target? Should be. Will it always hit it? No. That's what we're targeting in the power hour, right? Have to be done before 4 o'clock, and we're done 5 minutes till. So we have our market structure shift. We have our breaker block. Price came back up, hit our breaker block. We took our trade. We risked 3.5 handles. I don't remember what it was here. I think it was 11, and we targeted the opposing New York lunch sell side liquidity, and we hit our TP 5 till 4 o'clock. All right, so those are your 2 PM setups. One was a silver bullet setup using optimal trade entry for a session liquidity, and the second trade setup in a power hour was session liquidity to session liquidity, and that is your PM session and PM silver bullet for Friday, November 3rd after NFP using the Kraken Silver Bullet Pro indicator.